So there's this weird infatuation with other people's business these days. I've seen some guys. So, all right, this guy that I worked with, his Bernedoodle puppy. He also has a Labradoodle that's 10 years old. He's been running away. Pulls on the leash. That's 10 years old. He's an escaper. And we talked when I did a in-home session. But he's like, yeah, can we get Louie to stay close when he's off leash and then not pull on the leash? I'm like, well, you have to have good recall and good leash manners, right? And so I said, look, he's been doing that for 10 years. That's going to be hard. I said, but it'll be the same thing. You just go to square one. We do the recall games. We do the long line recall, right? And then, so the reason I bring this up is because there's these people that live over here that got a 10-month-old cane corso, and they're always letting it off the leash. The dog just never listens to them. I had a video one day where it came and got all up in our face. In our face. It was not being mean, it was just being annoying. And the guy couldn't get her to pay attention. They keep bringing her out and having her off leash. Now they stay over here, especially if I'm over there, but I think they're figuring out the times that I'm usually out here, which is most of the morning. But the point I was going to make is, if you don't put any work, you can't let your dog off leash. There's a point where it's a little puppy, right? When it's a little puppy, it's going to stay close to you. And at that point, you should be rewarding it. But the thing is, people think that the dog is going to be that way all its life, which some dogs will. But pretty generally, they're going to get confident and curious, and they're going to start wandering off. So if you haven't been rewarding that at puppiness, they're going to go do whatever they want, right? And then now you have to break that back down. So, and then another part about people being nosy and all up in other people's business. If you want to have off-leash dogs like this, you put the work in, right? If you get there by using nothing but food, good. If your dog is good and listens and there's other people around and other dogs around and you can call it back to you and you've only used food, that's great. If people use leash pressure, right, then that's what you do. You create the pattern of the dog coming back to you. Now, what most people will say is, if you're not using any kind of pressure, that when there's other stimulus around, that hot dog loses value, which, again, for a lot of dogs, true. For some dogs, not as much. Some dogs are just genetically gonna not care about those dogs that are out there in the other stimulus, right? Hold on, I gotta pick up food. Hey, over here. Hey, over here. Raider. Hey. Leave him alone. Look. Come on, princess. No. Right here. Who'll be in there? Princess. Come on. Come on. Willie likes princess. Right here, right here. Hey, right here. Willie, come here. Hey, stay with me. Right here. Raider was messing with the dude. Right, so as I was talking about them, they showed up. Hey, Willie, come on. Right here. This way. All right, come on. Good job, boys. Except for Raider. So as I was talking about it, right? So this is the guy, and I told him, right? You gotta. I've told him before. I said, just yell out and let me know, so I can get my guys. Because once the dog is there, they're not going to listen to the hot dogs. He will. This guy, he don't care. He has, well, because he hasn't had to work. But I told that guy before, when you come out here, if you see me with my guys, just let me know and I'll get them together. Now they did good because my guys are all off leash and his dog was off leash. So one time before, they came from over there, and Waylon was off leash, he was here, and I was way the hell over there. So if they would have yelled, I could have got them. This time, they were all close, it was okay. But they were all off leash, so it makes it better. So anyways, that one time, their dog was on leash when Waylon went up to her, because I didn't see. So that would freak her out, and that's what I talked about. So if there's a dog that's on leash, it's more likely that dog's going to be kind of worried about the situation because they're kind of trapped. So if they're off leash, it's not as big a deal. So, and you see, like, so when she was over here, I could get Waylon because he was closer to me than over there. Now this guy, he hasn't had work. He's had tons of rewards for coming back to me. That don't mean nothing. He don't care. This guy, he's pretty good. Now I lost what I was saying. That's funny that I was just talking about them and they come flying up behind us. Now I don't know what I was talking about. Right, so the time when she came up when I was trying to work, first we were trying to work, so I didn't want a dog interrupting us. But also Ginger was on leash, even though she was on the long line, she's technically on leash. Right, dude? Well, I don't know what I was talking about. Having control of your dogs, right? So I didn't have control of this guy. Have control of this guy, because he don't care. He wants to say hi to everybody. This guy, he's a pest too. And he also doesn't have, I don't have a whole shit ton of control with him. But they can't, see they can fly, there's a hole in this fence right here, where my finger is. It's a big old hole that they come out of. Oh yeah, what's up?